All right, all right, all right. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Misfit Corner Comics Presents. This is the artist known as Andrew speaking. And let's just make sure we're up and live. Hey, man.
You're live.
I'm live. Heaven forbid. How you doing?
I'm all right.
How was your week?
It's a week.
I told Todd ahead of time yesterday that I was probably going to have to leave the live stream a little early. And I stuck it out. Oh, my God, I probably shouldn't have done that. I was so freaking ass tired this morning.
Mm.
I gotta. Late nights are killing me. I really do need to get good night's sleep, but that's okay. How you doing?
I'm okay.
We have. There's so much stuff to talk about in the world.
Is there?
Do you want to talk about Black Mermaids or really crappy Rings of Power shows? Or
I
I don't think you want to talk about either of those things, do you?
no. I am uninterested in all that shit.
Now, the one bit of news that came out today, or not today, but this week, that I'm interested in is DC Comics is planning on relaunching their whole line once again after this Dark Crisis storyline is over. They're going to relaunch everything again, and I'm interested because when they relaunched and did the New 52, it was very interesting. I mean, 52 new comics was a little much, but you had Jim Lee doing Justice League. I mean, that was very exciting. There were a lot of titles that were very, very interesting, and then there were a whole crap load that were just bleh, that just stunk. And and then they decided let's do this all over again, and they did Rebirth, which actually had a lot of really good titles in Rebirth. A lot of people were very happy with Rebirth and what it was doing. I mean, I know you weren't paying attention to it, but the Rebirth Aquaman title was fantastic. It was really good. It had some great art, great story, fantastic covers. I mean, who would have thought Aquaman would be interesting? And then they let really crappy writers take over the title, and it went downhill from there. But with the fact that they're going to relaunch their titles once again, it's an opportunity to do good and to tell good stories and have good art. And so we'll see what happens. But I did find out one disappointing thing. One of the architects of the new relaunch is one of our detested creators, and that's
Mm.
Mark Wade.
Mark
Yeah,
Wade.
which it's like, damn. I mean, DCU had me at the idea of relaunching and restarting stuff because when Rebirth started, I was buying all the titles. I went to the store and picked up every one because they were really that good. You had Jim Lee on Suicide Squad, that was fantastic. You had David Finch on Batman, which was great. Even though it was Tom Taylor Batman, it started strong, at least in my opinion. The detective title was a team book, which was awesome. I love the fact that it was a team book. There was just so many positive stuff that they were doing, and when I heard they were going to relaunch again, I'm thinking, okay, this is an opportunity to once again pick up DC Comics and see if they find a home with me again, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a strange feeling. I just have I want to dip my toe in, but I don't want to. I'm getting tired of having piranhas eat my arm, eat my hand off, That's a Aquaman reference, by the way, for those of you out there who don't know that. So,
What? You don't like buying books from people that hate you?
well, we'll see what happens.
That's a privilege. You know.
Buying books from people, yeah.
Oh yeah. That hate you. That openly hate you.
Well, there are some creators out there that don't give a rat's ass.
Very few.
I
Because
know.
most of them have gotten the order. You're a no-no person.
Yep, yep. Well, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But that was exciting news. I figured I'd mention to you. I know you don't follow it. I know you don't give a
No,
crap. But
no.
yeah, yeah. Hey, I'm here to help enlighten and entertain and inform you, as well as the audience. Who there's nobody out there, but that's okay. I don't mind. I don't mind at all. Oh, I actually have an announcement on tomorrow's live stream. Tomorrow's the Scam Channel live stream. I have my very first. Well, technically, it's not an hour long. It was more than an hour long, but I had to edit out some parts, so it's actually just shy of an hour. I have my first hour long scam video going up on Monday. It was an Amazon scam that turned into a Bank of America scam, and I just had so much fun with those guys. And we were on there for a very long time. Just don't tell nobody I was doing it while I was supposed to be working because it was an hour long.
Oh, I'm gonna tell.
Technically, you could say it was my lunchtime, my break, but
Oh,
it's okay. It's okay.
oh.
Yeah, yeah. Oh. So what's new and happening out there in the world that you care about?
Uh, it's all political stuff,
Oh, yeah. There's a
It's all,
lot of that going on right now, isn't there?
and it's batshit crazy.
That is true. That is true. I was listening. The news this morning was talking about the news coverage of the planes that went to Martha's Vineyard,
Oh yeah, that's funny stuff, man.
and it's like what they're saying is just so ironically um, hypocritical. Is that it? No, what is the word I'm looking for?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean.
Yeah.
But they were playing some of the clips, and it's like, oh my gosh, don't they realize these are real people? These are people they're just abandoning in the middle of nowhere. It's like, oh my god. It makes you wonder, do you all hear yourself talking? Do you hear
they're
what you're saying? You know?
they are painfully unself-aware.
I know. Anyway. Well, listen, I know I teased this yesterday, or no, Wednesday when we were talking about comics, but there's a whole crap load of really great comics that are on the new watch list, the hot list, including probably one that I know you're familiar with. Let's just take a look at some of these. Daredevil number 227. Oh, crap. Ad for Best Buy. Game free advertisement. You know why this one's becoming popular again, right?
I don't know what you're.
Are you not sharing my screen?
No, I wasn't looking at the screen at all.
Oh, okay. It's Daredevil number 227. It's the first part of Born Again. They made the announcement at the D23, whatever that thing is.
I don't know.
It's either going to be a TV series or a movie. I'm not sure which, but they're rebooting Daredevil with Daredevil Born Again. So that could be very cool. But the first issue in that series, issue 227, it's like a $50 book right now.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
It should be worth more than that, man. That's such a great story.
Well, it is, and I'm glad people are getting brought attention to it. But damn, I remember I know I had a copy of that at least at some point.
Yeah, but if somebody reads that Daredevil, then goes try to read a modern Daredevil comic, oof, it's not going to go well. Going to be like, what the?
They don't
What is
care
this?
they don't care about the modern comics, dude. They're worried about the TV series and the
Yeah.
movies, and they don't know. Nobody cares about the only thing that's popular in comics right now is the old stuff. The new stuff, absolutely not. Oh, Todd's here. Let me bring him
Yeah,
in. What's
I don't
up,
want.
man?
Yo,
Hey,
hey,
how you doing? We're just taking a quick gander. I'm glad you got here at the hot list, the watch list over at Comic
nice.
Price Guide, including issue 227 of Daredevil, which is the part 1 of Born
For
Again.
sure. Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Okay.
Do you know that's a $50 book right now?
Is it really?
Really? Yeah.
Holy crap. I've got a reader copy.
Yeah. Did you get that from me? Because I knew I had this issue at some point.
I probably did. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I knew I had it, but. And then next up on the list is Daredevil 230, which is also part of the Born Again saga. It's a part 4. It's like a $10 book right now. Now, I know I don't think I've had this one. That's a pretty awesome cover.
That is wicked.
Very, very simple, but it's very powerful at the same time, Very cool. I wonder what... Hold on a second. Let's look at the other issues in this storyline. Part 3 is a $12 book. I know I've had that one before. Part 2, I know I've had that one. Actually, I think I have a copy of that in the store right now. Maybe. That's a $12 book. Let's see. Was that a 6-part story? I think so. Part 5 is a $10 book. Nope. Yeah, it was only a part. Or no, maybe it was a 6-part story. And first appearance in Nuke was part 6. That's a $15 book. Okay, so they're all decent. They're $10 or more books. Oh, wait a minute. Part 7 is an $8 book. Okay. Yeah.
Hey, you guys want to? When this is done, so a couple things. I may have to bounce around 9 tonight, unfortunately.
That's all right. I understand.
But I want to show you guys a couple images from my AI journey.
Okay. Well, we can do that when we're done with what we're doing
now.
Yeah.
No pressure. Just
I did have another one of those. What?
No, sorry. Super quick. Do we know why is Daredevil popping just because it's Marvel?
Oh, no. At the D23 summit thing that they did recently, one of the slated either a TV project or a movie project, I'm not sure what, is Daredevil Born Again.
Oh, okay, right. Got it.
Yeah. Which I'm all for it.
Yeah,
supposedly Charlie Cox has said that he's in it and it's a reboot.
I kind of felt like they did that, didn't they? Like, wasn't Daredevil Born Again basically the Netflix series?
I think that's why I think it's going to be a movie. Okay. That's why I think they're doing it as a movie, but I don't know. I really haven't looked into the details of it, but it was part of their announcement. So, of course, people are going to go crazy for anything related to that story. So,
yeah, that was great.
Yep. All right. We have Defenders number 18. You guys have any idea why this one is popular?
The Wrecking Crew?
The Wrecking Crew. It's the first appearance and origin of the Wrecking Crew. It's a $120 book. Something? They were in She-Hulk.
Oh.
And really horrible representations of them in She-Hulk, to the point where it wasn't until after they were leaving the scene and the wrecker turns to one of the guys and says, "Hey, Thunderball, are you okay?" It's like, oh my gosh, these are supposed to be the Wrecking Crew.
Oh.
I mean, it was so bad. It was so bad. My wife and I did catch up on the 5th episode of She-Hulk. I don't know why I torture myself.
Why would you keep watching it? Is it getting worse or better?
It's definitely not getting better. It's definitely not getting better. Episode 1 had potential. There was cringe in it, but it had potential. Episode 2, the bottom just dropped out, and it's been going downhill ever since. I mean, it's really that bad. But we finished watching the 5th season of Cobra Kai, which actually was really good. Very predictable, but very good. So if you haven't watched that yet, I recommend it. Next up on the list is Fantastic Four number 33. It's the first appearance of Atuma. Also has a Submariner appearance. This is a 900. Not Atuma. Yeah. This is a $900 book in near mint condition.
Wow.
It's a tumor.
It's a Tuma.
Not a Tuma.
Yeah, only old people like us get that joke.
Yeah, that's
Next
like
up,
an inside joke. That's like an inside joke inside of an inside joke.
With
Adventure-
a movie that has hate speech in it.
that's true.
What?
That's because a little boy points out a girl has a vagina.
And boys have a penis, girls have a
Penis.
vagina. That's hate
Yes,
speech
that's
these
hate
days.
speech now.
Bro, you guys just demonetized your channel.
Wrong channel.
This channel, it's okay. There's nobody watching. It's okay.
Oh, well, good. Woo!
Adventures into Fear number 10, the first appearance of Man-Thing. In his own title feature, see Savage Tales number 1 for his first overall. This is a $125 book. Is that a Steve Pizzette cover? Pizzette cover, maybe?
Pizzit?
I know the name.
Steve Bissett?
Yeah, whatever.
Beset?
Yeah, I wonder if it is. Hold on. Oh no, it's Gary Morrow. Okay. He would have been my second choice. All right, let's see what else we got here. We got Incredible Hulk number 256. This is the first appearance of Sabra, who's one of the Russian chicks. This is a $60 book right now. That's an awesome book. Power and Peril in the Promised Land. Oh no, she's not Russian. She's Israeli.
Jewish.
That's right. Why was I thinking? Okay, I was thinking. Oh, thank God nobody watches this stream.
I think she's Israeli. She was like the Israeli superhero.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is Donnie Mita Jr., huh?
Yep. And then we have Tales of Astonish, number 63, first full and origin of the leader, who, of course, is rumored to be the bad guy in the upcoming Thunderbolts movie.
Makes sense.
Even though he's a Hulk villain. Yeah,
Exactly.
Well, supposedly the rumor is they're getting the guy from the the Ed Norton Hulk movie,
Uh-huh.
who was playing the character, who at the end of the movie started to get morphed.
Yes.
That he's coming back as the character, the leader, once again connecting the MCU universe to that first Hulk movie.
Yeah.
So that could be cool.
Like the joke he makes, I'm an entirely different guy.
Because it was
Yes.
a better Hulk movie.
Well, we'll see what happens.
And they had what's his name, Roth as Abomination.
Yep. But yeah, because he was in the She-Hulk. He was in the She-Hulk thing. Another really good one, which I know I own,
You wish you were in the She-Hulk.
is Thor number 411. This is the first cameo appearance of the New Warriors, featuring the first cameo appearance of Night Thrasher. This is
Cool.
currently a $40 book, and I have a copy of it because the New Warriors was one of my favorite comics. I also have the next issue, which is the first full appearance of the New Warriors, and that is also a $30 comic.
The cameo is worth more than the first appearance?
No, well, was it? Yeah, I guess so.
That's weird. It must be a good cameo.
It's literally like a half splash page on the bottom. It's the entire team, and I even think they call themselves the New Warriors. But technically, you don't. I don't understand why that is considered a cameo and not a first appearance, because they literally are in the story. Well,
it's like Wolverine. I'll never understand why Wolverine's first appearance is not his first appearance. It's a cameo. He's got the last page.
Yep.
And he's charging at the Hulk, like he's in the story.
And he's named and everything. Yeah, I know. Now here's an interesting one. Advanced Dungeons and Dragons number 1 from DC, based on the ever popular role-playing game. This is currently a $25 book. This and all the issues that came after this littered 50-cent bins. You know?
Yeah, I remember seeing that stuff.
I have no idea why people would consider this a $25 book now, but okay, sure. But, well.
Well, there's like a movie coming out.
There is another movie coming out. Excuse me. Sorry.
Oh, you're yawning. You son of a
I
bitch.
know. Can't help
That's
it.
not cool, man.
Yeah. Well, one of the things, Todd, we were talking about is they've kind of announced that DC is getting another relaunch After Dark Crisis, they're going to reboot the whole line of
Yeah.
comics.
Yeah.
And I was telling Avery that when the New 52 started, it was very exciting because they had titles like Justice League with Jim Lee on the art, but it really fizzled rather quickly. But then they announced Rebirth, which was actually really, really good. And eventually they put really crappy ass writers on it and it all fell apart. But I told him I was getting excited potentially of sticking my toes back into the waters of DC with the new relaunch. But guess who is one of the architects of the new relaunch?
Dan Slott.
No, that would be bad. But no, it's even worse than that.
Oh,
Bendis.
Axel Alonso.
Mark Waid.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Mark.
well, I guess one of the new books that they're doing to introduce it is called Dark Crisis Big Bang, and he's writing it with a bunch of different artists. And I'm like, oh man, I don't want to buy a Mark Waid book. I really don't. I don't want to buy a Mark Waid book at all. So, oh well. Hey, Richard's here. Richard says, "Hey there, boyos. How the heck are you tonight? All is well here. I hope all is well with you." Absolutely. It's Friday. The week is over. We're very excited and we're very happy to be here. He says AD&D was a crappy story. Yeah, well, I actually don't think I've ever read it. I think I've flipped through the art on some of the books. I don't think I've ever read it. He says, how many reboots have there been in the last few years? It's going to be crappy. I can't wade. Richard's so funny. He's so funny.
Did you guys see? Did you guys see the sidebar? Did you guys see the Mitch Breitweiser radio interview thing?
Oh yeah.
No.
I've watched Ethan EFAP some of it.
Oh goodness, what was it about?
Okay, here's the deal.
Okay.
You got to fill him in on Mitch's situation too, if that's. I know it's
Mitch. You know how Mitch, got the investors and all that, and kind of broke away from CG. Like, I'm going the Walmart thing. I'm going to save comics.
Yep.
Yeah. The guy that they did put in business with stole the money and ran. His Indiegogo money, everything. He took it all.
Oh wow.
They've had to sell their house to get these books out.
Oh wow. I did not know any of that. Holy crap.
Dude.
Really?
Yes. Yeah. If he had just stuck with CG, dude, every one of his campaigns would be $200,000 or $300,000 by now. For each one of those books, he could have done those books.
He had. I don't hold it against him. He had an opportunity. They saw something, a potential, and they went for it. Whether they did it the right way or whether it. I mean, I still see those comics in Walmarts, and they have yet to clearance them. They're just sitting there on a shelf. Actually, I think a lot of them have been taken down and removed because they get too damaged from people flipping through them and shoving them back on it, which was a shame to begin with.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh, hold on a second. Richard says, not a fan of the Breitweisers since they screwed us in the beginning.
Yeah. I got my book, but I also supported. I went to Walmart to get them first, and like the Walmart books, I got a run of them, the first run, but of course, Walmart doesn't know or care about anything about comics, so they just put those giant stickers on them.
They put the stickers on them, yep.
And so you can't take the sticker off because it'll ruin the book.
Well, you can if you're very, very, very careful.
Not the ones that I got, dude.
Really?
Yeah, that's the reason. Here's the deal, man. He should have given the backers their books first.
He absolutely should have.
It was a terrible deal. We didn't want him to save the comic book industry. We wanted him to save himself, and he fucked that up.
He still could. He still could probably come back and work it out, maybe.
Yeah, but he's got to do some.
Richard says Red Rooster took 2 years. Yeah, well, it did take a while. I did get my Indiegogo book. I did get my book.
Yeah, so did I. Guess what?
Nice. So
guess what? It's still in the Gemini mailer.
Yeah.
I think mine's
I
still in the
I never
Gemini
opened
Elo
it.
too.
Yeah,
I
no, I
never
got
opened
mine. I got mine and stuff, but yeah, it was in the stores.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Like, I
The
got mine.
comics,
I was still
the
pissed
comic
too.
version was in the store before they fulfilled the campaigns.
Yeah, I mean, I got
Yeah.
mine as well, but like, yeah, I mean, I think everybody was pissed because like that's so unfair to like, you support the person, you're paying your money, and then you're the one waiting 2 years. Someone that goes in to buy it in the store didn't wait anything. They just found it and said, "Oh, that's cool," and they just bought it, and they got it before the people that set it up.
Yes.
That's pretty lame.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it like 3 issues. It was broken up to like 3 issues, and those 3 issues were released before we got our books.
Actually, I only ever saw the first 2 in Walmart's. I never saw the third one because I bought all 4 of the
I
first
only ever
issues,
I
and
only
then I
ever saw
kind
them
of
in one Walmart.
yeah. Yeah.
It wasn't worth it. What he did, what he got for it wasn't worth it. It was a stupid mistake. People keep saying, "Oh, crowdfunding isn't sustainable." It's not sustainable. Yes, it is if you give your people their product and treat them well.
Yeah. Yeah.
If they're happy with, even if you're late, if they're happy with what they get, most of them will come back.
Yeah. Hey, share my screen real quick.
All right, hold on. Richard
Ethan's
says,
late all the time.
Richard says, was it in stores before we got them? Yes. Yes, it was. The comics version was, not the graphic novel versions, the comic versions. And he says, and what made it worse was that he never said anything to us. Well,
He went
kind
radio silent for a
he
while.
went radio silence for a while. I think his YouTube channel like dried up to the point where he wasn't announcing anything like other people were. I mean, if you wanted to get Kelsey, you had to go to what's
Jack
his name's channel, Jack Show, yeah. So all right, Abe Todd's want to show us something. All right, Todd, what are you going to show us?
So a couple.
You
things.
better knock us on our ass here with this, otherwise you're wasting. I'm just kidding.
I think Gabriel. I think so. Let's see. Ready?
Okay, I'm ready. Oh wow!
Yeah.
And these are all AI generated characters.
Yeah, they're all. Yeah.
Okay. The kind of one looks kind of similar to that one.
We had some different.
Hold on.
Prompts.
I'm trying to do stuff. Oh, whoa.
Do you see this one, Avery?
Whoa. Holy shit.
That looks like an art germ cover, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've gotten some results like that out of stuff too.
Yeah.
Dude, you could photo bash these and fix them.
Yeah. Look how great that looks.
I kind of can see some Adam Hughes in there. And the one before it was like a Jenny Frison.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Are you getting into the anamorphic stuff? Is that
No.
what you're telling
I
us?
was playing with prompts, like some things some results that other people got.
Mm-hmm.
So like I don't really care what I don't really care about the character. Like these are just tests. I'm testing to see what words generate what result.
See, I'm pretty sure he said cat ears and big boobs is what he said.
Look at that one. Isn't that cool?
No, he probably said Nico.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah. Ooh, I like that one.
Shit, dude.
Yeah, that one. I just did that one right before. And then this one is cool.
That'd be like Talia Ghul as a Batman character, you know?
Yeah.
Because she
Dude,
wore
that's a
bat
character.
armor. Yeah.
It's a character. This is it's straight up. Richard says he wants 1 or 2. I would play hide and seek with them. And then check this out. Now I didn't. This last one I didn't make, but I was like, this is basically what people are doing is you roll them. You keep rolling it until you find like a masterwork, and then you keep the masterwork.
Yeah.
Thank you, Richard. Appreciate it. This one I did not do, but I'm kind of dissecting.
That's just AI, dude. Like I watched Zach's video on AI, and it's impressive.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Look at that piece.
That's nice.
I'm shocked.
I understand that the AI has thousands and thousands and thousands of images. It makes me wonder what images help the AI build that picture.
It's searching.
Well, the way it works, Andrew. I mean, oversimplified, a booty for sure. The way it works is like to oversimplify, is that it's basically doing an algorithmically deep Google image search.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it doesn't have context. It doesn't know anything about context. So if you just said superhero, like it doesn't know, not only does it know male or female or which superhero, but it doesn't know what from superhero you want.
Right.
There are
Right.
superhero logos. There are superhero colors. You might get a color field and be like, what the hell is this? Like, I don't understand. So what you do is you start to craft prompts that are like, male superhero in the style of Adam Hughes art.
Mm-hmm.
Not Adam Hughes, Adam Hughes comic art, because you don't want
Right.
a picture of Adam Hughes as a superhero,
No, you don't.
right? Like,
No, you don't.
you can start carving it and carving it and carving it. We can play with it if you want. I could share my screen. We could do a little bit of it.
All right. I'm interested in seeing what it does. So.
Oh yeah, let's do it. Here, let me. I don't think I'll be doing anything. Like, it takes a minute to do, but because I'm on this, I spent all my my speed stuff, so it'll be a little slow, but still worth it.
Can I show Andrew one of the crappy ones from my crappy one?
Yeah, go for
show
it.
me one of yours.
Okay, hold on.
Here, let me remove me.
I'll wait till he puts his up now.
Share screen. This is from a crappy one I use on my phone. This is a crappy AI. I gave it Jessica Alba's Cyborg Queen, and it looked. And this is an app on my phone.
Right.
I mean, it connects to their server, but still, this, and this program is nowhere near as good as Midjourney.
Mm-hmm.
Show them the Optimus Prime one.
Oh, okay, let me find it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm keeping a lot of these because I can use them. Or at least use pieces of them. Even when it gets something wrong. Look, Puritan Woman, Jessica Alba.
That's awesome.
Where is the Optimus Prime one? Hold on. The zombie Optimus Prime?
Yeah, now you just gotta go through like 8 million different pictures.
Yeah.
Avery's created more art in 3 days than I think you passed it, didn't you? There. Oh.
Yeah. It's a bunch of them. I'm going to use this, and I'm going to blend features from a couple of different ones.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's it.
That's the one.
That's it. That's it. The Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
Well, crazy stuff. All right, Todd, you going to demonstrate to us how this thing works?
Sure.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
This is awesome. I may be like, Todd, can you spend a little bit of time creating me some, and I'll send you what I'm thinking.
Yeah, sure.
I don't want to pay him $10.
No. I get it. So I have. I mean, I've got a massive document now of prompt character. So if you want me to, if you want, you can make it up, or I'll walk you through it. Let me walk you through it. Let's try this.
Okay.
Let me find, because I actually made a prompt.
Imagine.
Yeah, well, I made a outline because we're doing a game soon in our Discord with this. So let me get to. Yeah. Okay. So the first thing you're going to want to do is like, let's say, and it doesn't really matter the order. The things that are front tend to appear more, and then there's like weights and all kinds of things you can do. But let's try an art style. So pick an artist, and then or an animation or anime or
Simon Bisley,
Alan Davis.
Oh,
Alan Davis. Alan Davis. And now what I'm going to do is, since I don't want a picture of Alan Davis, and a Google search of Alan Davis will turn up people like some random dude in Vermont.
Right.
I'm going to do Alan Davis comic art, just like you were going to do a Google search, right?
Gotcha. Okay.
And then let's do again that right there could be anything. So let's get a little more specific. How about a body pose? It could be like some common ones, like dynamic pose is a good one. Standing, whatever.
Dynamic pose.
Okay, we'll do dynamic pose. Let's try a
Female
modifier.
superhero.
Do you want male or female?
Yeah, let's put in female, just for the hell of it.
Female. Okay. Now let's do some modifiers. A modifier is like beautiful, cute woman, long curly hair, a handsome man, athletic build, detailed costume, like anything like that.
Oh, we definitely need to put redhead in there.
Red,
I was going to say
red-
Megan from Excalibur.
red hair. The short red hair.
Don't
Long
matter.
red hair.
Red hair is red hair to me.
Okay, red hair. Let's do beautiful, cute woman.
Oh, we
Right.
already have female in there. Does that
Yeah,
matter?
but it's not defined as beautiful.
Oh, okay.
Explicit. You got to be explicit. The more
Okay.
explicit, the better.
Okay.
What about? And I also think so. I'll tell you a couple that are magic for me.
Athletic furry.
Athletic furry.
No.
Let's do a detailed costume, because we want a detailed costume, right?
Yeah.
I'll also say I also like as original comic art gives me good results.
Okay.
Now, what about the other thing I would do is now this is something like referencing a time period like, you know, I don't know, 1990s X-Force or 1990s X
1990s Excalibur
Factor,
Marvel Comics.
you know. Yeah, 1990s X-Men or 1970s, you know, whatever. Like picking like a little bit of a time frame can sometimes add to the costume. Like when I picked like 1990s X-Force, you get shoulder pads and like pouches.
Right.
Nice.
Right. So you can actually we have detailed costume, but you don't actually have like what kind of costume. So you can say pirate costume, or you can actually say something like, no, I want like the X-Men, those yellow and blue types of costumes from the 90s or whatever. So is there a type of costume era or something that you would like?
90s X-Men.
Does that sound good?
Yeah. All right. We'll see what it does.
1990s. Now X-Men or Uncanny X-Men?
Either.
Just do X-Men.
1990s X-Men. Okay. So I think that's good to start. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an aspect ratio because it goes faster and I like it of 2:3, 2/3, which is basically like a card, like a baseball card. That's what the ones above are.
Okay.
Right. So we got Alan Davis comic art, 1990s X-Men, dynamic pose, female, red hair, beautiful, cute woman, detailed costume as original comic art, and then an aspect.
I could easily see it giving us like a Marvel girl, you know, or Jean Grey. You know.
All right. So it's gonna wait. It's gonna take a minute because I'm on the slow path because I used up all my fast stuff. But it's gonna take us just a second. Basically, it throttles you, which is fine. There it goes. It's already starting, actually. So network must be good. So you can see it says 0%. Now watch this. In a second, it's going to pop up, and now it's going to basically go from blurry, and you'll see it change quite a bit, and then it starts to change less and less and less as you get to 100%. And then if you like it, you can upscale it.
Now, is it creating one image or multiple images?
It shuffles until it settles.
Okay.
And it's sometimes like right now, it's got 2 images in there. Hopefully it figures itself out. Sometimes it doesn't, and you have to like do it again. Right now it's got 2 characters. So those characters might be blended together, right? And it might be a botched image, and you just re-roll it. It looks like it's going to stick to 2 images.
When I was using it, it would create 4 thumbnails at a time you picked.
Yeah, that's sort of like the base way. I'm using beta. I'm kind of past that. I'm using the beta tests. And so it renders it faster and you get better faces and better hands. So it's going to be a little bit of a botched image because there's 2 figures in there. But you're going to get... it's actually looking pretty cool, though, like from a style. Let's see. But yeah, you see it's got the yellow and the blue from X-Men, right? It's kind of got like an X-Men feel to it.
Yep.
And definitely has red hair. Definitely has a dynamic female pose.
And it looks like 90s style costumes.
I'd have to see a closer image. Okay.
That's all right.
I don't see the Alan Davis in it, but
a little bit. I can see a little bit of it. Yeah, it's a little bit there, but
it may not be able to pull enough stuff of Alan Davis off the web.
Yeah.
Well, that's right. Well, yeah, it should. It definitely.
No, you can get a free trial, Richard.
Let me try this. We'll try.
It's called Midjourney. You can request a free trial, but then you have to pay after so many.
Alan Davis comic art. Let's see, Alan Davis.
Put in Jim Lee.
Jim Lee's stuff comes out crazy looking. Original art. I could put in. You can start to, and this is where it starts to get cool. You can start to stack artists. So you want me to do Jim Lee?
Yeah. Add Jim Lee.
Oh.
Jim Lee. Jim Lee's characters come out muscular as fuck, dude. Like Jim Lee times 2.
Nice.
Okay. Anyone else? Or anything else?
Now, what exactly are you doing? Are you trying to do another creation?
Yeah, I'm redoing it. I mean, I could. So this button right here would redo the same prompt, and it just basically like re-roll it. But I'm like, you know what? To your point, it didn't get all of Alan Davis in there, really. So I said Alan Davis comic art, but then I said Alan Davis original art. So I doubled up on Alan Davis. And if I wanted to go further, I could weight it. Like I could actually like really push it towards Alan Davis.
Okay.
Because it also, the other thing you have to realize is like it doesn't, no context. So you don't know how many, like a recipe, you don't know how many parts of each thing it's taking from. Right. But if I did Alan Davis comic art, if I actually put this at like a weight, like there's a weight you can do with this and like that'll tell it right here. That'll tell it to push way hard on the Alan Davis art. So this should look way more Alan Davis. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put Jim Lee. This might fuck it up. It might actually give us more Jim Lee because Jim Lee is everywhere. But now I'm putting Jim Lee to the front, but then I'm saying put more weight to Alan Davis. So it probably will give us a good balance of Jim Lee and Alan Davis. And then I pumped up Alan Davis with original art. So let's just see what this looks like.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, it's really like shuffling words and styles and testing and seeing like what works. But once you have like a formula, it actually kind of works all the time. Like once you actually get a string that works, it really starts to fucking work.
I think I was on mute. I was like talking.
Oh, you were muted, dude. Yeah, so there you go. Now it's giving us a full body.
Yeah.
So
yeah, Richard, you subscribe after your trial runs up.
Yeah, it's like $10 a month to start. It's totally worth it to me. So you can see it's already like a better zoned in character, right? We gave it a little more information.
Oh.
The Jim Lee prompt makes it over like render the fuck out of it. So it's going to be a really rendered image usually. It's more like a Lee Bermejo almost. It's looking good though. Ooh, there you go. At least it's still got the red hair.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Ooh, let's see it.
Ooh, that's kind of a cool costume too.
Yeah, click on it.
Oh well, it's not rendered.
Oh, it's not done yet. Oh shit. She's got them wide titties. She's got lights, boy.
All right, it's almost there. Oh, that face is great. The face came out really well.
It's like she's missing an arm though, but
it reminds me of a mix so far of Cassidy and Jay Lee.
Yeah, I can see that. All right, let's see it. That's pretty good.
That's pretty damn good, dude.
The eye, you need to kind of fix the eye a little bit, but like that's pretty cool. Fix that little curve, that little part right there.
And that hair that's coming through her shoulder or whatever that is right there.
Yeah, like over there. It's like coming over the edge. But that's pretty dope. You can kind of see it, right? That's a little bit of Alan Davis, a little bit of Jim Lee.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
It is cool.
It is cool.
And then you can
you
be
can
like,
just-
and then you get into it. Then you're like, what if we did like something fucking crazy, like Jim Lee, let's do Rob Liefeld,
Oh yeah.
Oh God.
and we'll do Rob Liefeld first, and we'll push him into 2, and then we'll do Jim Lee, and then we'll do original comic art. I should have done that. And then we'll do 1990s X Force. And we'll do male. Or do you want to do female still or male?
I'll leave it at female.
Okay, female. Red hair, we'll keep red hair. All right, let's try this.
Pervert.
Sylvester's stuff looks really goes, and even if when you try to push it to the 90s, his stuff looks more like the Darkness style. Sometimes.
It's
Like,
probably a lot more of the Darkness out there than.
Yeah, I was trying to get that like Sylvester 90s, like that early 90s X-Men. I probably could give it a date and I would nail it, get the style. But...
Yeah, I also have put in Dan Green.
Oh yeah.
And put in John Buscema.
Yep. Ooh, look at that.
Ooh, a bunch of John Buscema Conan stuff would be awesome.
We could do that next. I was trying to pick what arm she wants to have. Or maybe it's going to give you 2 arms.
That's very 90s.
It's great.
That looks awesome.
That's looking cool. Dude. Oh, wait, what'd it do?
She's going to have 2 arms. She's going to have 3 arms.
It added pouches.
Yeah, I have some. I found some magic prompts that always work. Oh man, look at that! It's a Jim Lee rendered Rob Liefeld drawing. I wish it didn't have that 3rd arm, but whatever.
Oh yeah, it's probably because all the people that have big guns coming off their back.
Yeah, and just
it doesn't know. It doesn't know.
It doesn't know it. Yeah, it does that sometimes. It'll turn a leg into an arm because it's like I can't tell. But hold on. That looks really strong. That's so funny. Okay, let's see. That looks like a Jim Lee Rob Liefeld drawing.
That's crazy.
It looks like Rob Liefeld trying to draw like Jim Lee, doesn't it?
Yeah, Rob Liefeld inked a Jim Lee.
It's kind of like if Rob Liefeld drew Scarlet from G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? Wait, oh. Okay, one more. Because I actually tried this and it was freaking awesome. And this is great. Okay. We're gonna do Andrew Sharpar comic art, and I'm gonna remove Jim Lee.
I showed Andrew the one I did.
I'll add. Should I keep the X-Force thing just to have something in there?
Sure.
All right, let's try it.
Good night. Good night, Richard.
Night, Richard.
Is Richard leaving? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had this on full screen. I wasn't paying attention.
Ooh, red hair. Maybe the whole thing is red. Jeez. All right. How weird is this? Like, it's actually looking at your style a little bit, but then like adding X-Force, female, beautiful, cute woman. I did one that actually looked like a really rendered Andrew Charper drawing. It was crazy. This looks awesome. Holy shit. Holy crap.
Oh, keep changing it.
I know. It was like there's times where I take screenshots because it starts to over render, and I'm like, no, don't over render. It looks so good right there. That does look like an Andrew Charper drawing. That absolutely has some stuff in it. The face is a little off, but I can see it. Okay, here it comes. It looks like Ayla. Like Ayla is a superhero. Hold on. Wait till it hits. And that kind of looks like an Andrew. I can see it.
Maybe.
A little bit.
Definitely that one arm that's in up is definitely a Andrew type of not great anatomy drawing.
Let's re-roll it.
Yeah.
It's so much fun to do, right? Like this is it's so much it's a game almost, but then you realize like, wait a minute, it's a game, but you could absolutely.
Oh, do you guys want to hear something totally off subject that's kind of fantastic?
Sure.
When the kids moved out, I maintained paying for their cell phones, their car insurance, and their medical insurance, because those three things were, I was like, I want to make sure they have all three of those things and never be without. So I made sure I got the bills, I took care of it. Well, when my daughter and her fiance got new cell phones, she got on his plan, so I was no longer covering her cell phone. When she got this job that she has now, which she's had for a few years now, she got medical insurance. I no longer covered her medical insurance. Guess what she did today?
Get medical insurance?
No, they transferred her car to a joint car insurance coverage. So I will no longer be covering her cell phone, her car insurance, or her medical insurance anymore, officially as of today.
Hey, awesome. You just got a bump in pay.
Yeah. I feel so. Oh, wow. You can actually look at it while it's rendering it?
Yeah. Sometimes I capture them while it's doing this because sometimes the images end up being better.
Oh, okay.
Because it can like flip on you. Like, see, now it's starting to add more details and stuff, but I kind of like the way it was. So I'm glad I took the images.
So it's very exciting that my daughter is.
That totally looks like an Andrew drawing.
I told her adulting. It's a crazy thing.
This looks like an Andrew Charper drawing if it was like painted by Adam Hughes.
All right, can we see the finished one?
Yeah, it's almost. You have
to okay.
Wait. Almost done. Oh, awesome!
Whoa! Zoom
that
in
is
some more.
Very cool.
Here, I'll do the. I'm gonna push it to a higher res.
Save that one.
Yeah, this one will push to. So this is U1 gives us an upscale. So right now this is kind of like the size it is, but I'm gonna upscale it so we can actually open it in a browser and then like actually like zoom in and see it like in detail. So it'll just take a second. It's pretty cool, right? And then if you look at the ones that I saved, like they're blurry because obviously it's not done. But like
still, you could finish that in Photoshop.
Yeah, like look at that.
That's like, dude, you just saved yourself half a day's work.
Dude, the colors are done.
Yeah,
like all you got to do is like stamp the colors. You know. All right, so this is rendering
all you got to do is draw and paint into it a little bit.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm hoping. Like, I'm going to start doing contests with our crew and have people design characters, and then, oh, this is actually good. I'm sorry, I'm waiting until 9:00 because I have to bounce soon. But I wanted to ask you this. This is a great question. I would really like your opinion. So there's two ways we can run these character contests. I want to do this as the future of adult fantasy cards, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple ways I can do this. One, I can give them like I have a cookbook now, right? Here, I'll make this large so we can see it. I have a cookbook, meaning like I can pretty much like if you see this, so this is what it looks like large. So it's not perfect, right? But you could just do an ink drawing, put it in Photoshop, do your sketch, draw your character, and then the colors are already there. You just fix it up a little bit, and it's pretty much done. It's not like 100%. Like you zoom in the face is booty. But like when it's small, you're like, oh yeah, that actually works. Like it's pretty good.
Mhm.
So like I'm like, oh well, I could give them the cookbook so that they can come up with images that kind of look like this, right? Like I just did with you. Like I'm like, oh yeah, one or two things here, add this, add that, a couple, here's some salt, here's some pepper. And basically you get an image that anything that looks like this, that looks like this, like a comic image. And any of the winners, I can take it and I can ink over it and I can kind of have a house style of adult fantasy. Okay. The pro of that is that it's a house style of adult fantasy. It's kind of like this, like in the comic space, it's going to look cool. The negative is that when you have all these people pushing out the right combination, like the cookbook, it goes everywhere, right? Like other people will have the recipe. And so if they wanted to take it, they could take it. Now they're not going to be able to do the exact same with it because we're going to be adding inks and actually rendering it, but the recipe's out there. The other thing that I can do is create a cookbook for people where it's sort of like a little more general. Like I had like choose a name, choose a sex, male or female. Like I did with you. Like you saw, it was kind of come up with an artist name. I didn't give you a bunch of artist names that worked, right? Now when that happens, the cards become way different in that it's more of like a Magic the Gathering where it's like each artist did a different card. Right. And that could be good. Like the good of that is that I probably have to do a little less work. Well, the bad is like if it looks like something like this and I have to fix something, it's going to be a nightmare, right? It's going to be a lot harder for me to fix because if her eye is like all jacked up, then I'm just like doing photo retouching, although that's
I'm good at that. Or at least I used to be.
Yeah, so am I. But the point is, it's not like as fun as like drawing and painting. It's a little different. I guess I'm just trying to decide whether I want to create a house style or let them or create a huge cookbook and be like, here you go, mix and match your heart.
The more general cookbook and let them have fun.
And basically what I would be expecting is that you would have some cards that look like the one that we did for Andrew here, and some would look like this, right? So I don't know if that works. Like, do we want everything in a house style? Like you saw, remember the other time, like the other night when I was flipping through, last night when I was flipping through the ones that I made and they all kind of look like the one on the right. That's my cookbook. So I figured out a way to create like 90s looking.
God, that other one though, the art germ looking one.
Yeah, it's fucking dope. But it's also like very, a lot of people have that. Like a lot of people have that recipe.
Okay.
Right? Like a lot of people have it. Doesn't mean anything. I mean, you can still come up. I'm going to experiment with it to see if I can make up some things. But the more pieces that I provide to the recipe, like the less freedom it is, but the more on style it is. Right, so do we want a house style? And and if we do, how do we want that house style to be?
Okay.
That's kind of what I'm. I got to figure that out this weekend because we're actually launching a contest on Monday. So.
Okay. Well, it's like, remember in the old days when we'd go to conventions and you would have a splash page and you had different artists doing it, adding characters. Sometimes it was best just to do a like quick layout of where all the characters are going to be. That way they have a framework instead of just randomly drawing characters on the page. You're giving them the basis, the beginning, and letting them build on that. I don't see where that's a bad thing. But like Avery said, it's got to be a very minimal direction,
Keep it minimal.
Yeah.
keep it like what I did for you, like the base prompt pushed you into my style with that, or not my style, but this style
Mhm.
without, pushed you into this without me having to do too much. Like I didn't tell you about I didn't tell you to pick Alan Davis. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
You would have eventually figured out,
Yeah.
like you would have eventually gotten to this.
You set it up like a Mad Lib that they copy and paste and fill in blanks.
Right. It's just I have a database now of all the artists that work, like lighting techniques. I have a whole bunch of shit. So if I want them to do this, I have that. And if I want them to do this, I have that. It's just like which is a cooler character card, or like, which is gonna be neater.
Cool.
I don't know.
It'd be interesting. See what happens.
Yeah. You guys want to see some more versions of Cable mine cranked out?
Yeah, sure. I gotta
Sure.
bounce here in just a second, but
Okay.
I'll totally check it out. Let me stop sharing. There you go. Thanks.
And you can see my prompt. That's all the prompt I put in.
That's so cool. Oh, that's so cool.
It does Deadpool pretty well. Like that style. That's Jack Kirby's style.
Yeah,
That too.
that's so cool.
There's the Jessica Alba. Let me see if there's anything else that's like really like, oh my god, that came out too well. No. Oh wait, this Riot. These came out really well. These are finished backgrounds, man.
All right, I gotta bounce. I'm getting called.
All right. I'll let you go. I appreciate
love
you
you
coming
guys.
in, Todd.
Yeah,
Right,
man.
later.
All right.
Love
Be
you
good.
guys. All right. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Boy.
Bye-bye. All right. We're going to go ahead and wrap up the stream since it's been an hour.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody out there who watched. And that would be Richard.
Dude, AI art is so interesting. I think it's a very useful tool.
It can be. It can be. All right.
I
Everybody
don't-
have a wonderful weekend, and we'll catch y'all next time. And we'll see you tomorrow on the Scam Channel. Bye, everybody.
Bye.